In the heart of ancient Makkah, where the sun scorched the earth and power rested with the elite, a man rose from slavery to become the voice of Islam. His name was Bilal ibn Rabah. Born to an Abyssinian slave woman of the Banu Jumah tribe, Bilal grew up with chains on his hands but freedom in his heart. Tall, dark-skinned, and known for his honesty, Bilal lived a life of hardship. In his early 20s, he was sold to one of the most powerful and cruel men in Makkah, Umayyah ibn Khalaf. And yet, from this life of bondage would emerge one of the most inspiring figures in Islamic history. When Prophet Muhammad began preaching the message of Islam, of one God, of justice and equality, Bilal was around 30 years old. As soon as he heard the message, he embraced it wholeheartedly. No hesitation, no fear. He became one of the first 7 people to accept Islam. But in a society where being a slave meant being invisible, Bilal's faith made him a target. His master, Umayyah, was furious. He tortured Bilal, trying to force him to abandon Islam. Bilal was tied to the scorching desert ground, a heavy stone placed on his chest. He was whipped, starved, and beaten. But no matter the pain, Bilal's lips uttered only one word: Ahad, Ahad, Ahad. The one, the one, the one God. He would not recant. He would not give in. His faith was unbreakable. Witnessing Bilal's suffering, Abu Bakr, one of Islam's earliest and wealthiest converts, stepped in. He offered money to Umayyah in exchange for Bilal's freedom. Umayyah accepted, and Bilal was finally free. For the first time, Bilal was a free man, not in body alone, but in spirit. He devoted his life to serving the Prophet. He stayed close to him, learning, growing, and becoming one of the most trusted companions. When the Prophet and his followers migrated to Medina, Bilal went with them. He helped build Masjid al-Nabawi, the Prophet's mosque, which became the center of the new Muslim community. But it was in Medina that Bilal would receive a divine honor. When the Prophet and his companions sought a unique way to call Muslims to prayer, one companion, Abdullah ibn Zayd, saw a dream of a man calling the faithful from the mosque. Umar ibn al-Khattab had the same dream. The Prophet took it as a sign. Thus, the adhan, the Islamic call to prayer, was born, and the Prophet chose none other than Bilal to deliver it. With his strong and beautiful voice, Bilal stood and cried, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. God is great, God is great. It was the first call to prayer in Islamic history, and Bilal became the first mu'addin, the first caller to prayer. From that day forward, 5 times a day, Bilal's voice called the Muslims to prayer. His voice became the sound of Islam, and even today, over 1,400 years later, his legacy echoes in every corner of the earth. When the Prophet passed away in 632, Bilal was devastated. His heart ached so deeply that he could no longer bring himself to perform the adhan. Every note reminded him of the beloved Prophet he had lost. He left Medina and eventually settled in Damascus. Years later, during a visit to Medina, the Prophet's grandsons, Hassan and Hussein, asked him to call the adhan one last time. As his voice rang out across the city, the people of Medina wept. They remembered the days when the Prophet walked among them, and Bilal's voice had summoned them to prayer. Bilal passed away in Damascus around the age of 60, but his story did not end there. Though he was born a slave, Bilal rose to become one of the most respected figures in Islamic history. The Caliph Umar called him our master and honored his unwavering faith, strength, and integrity. Today, Bilal's name is remembered not just as a companion of the Prophet, but as a symbol of dignity, resistance, and devotion. He is celebrated by Muslims around the world, especially among African Muslims and African American communities, as a hero who rose above oppression through faith. Every time the adhan is called, we remember Bilal. His voice lives on. If Bilal's story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories from Islamic history. Let his voice continue to inspire hearts around the world.